What's up? This is The One, and you're watching The Sport of Kings.
Wildcats.
What they call me, the one and only. I make sure your girl is never lonely.
It's the Sport of Kings. Maryland Diamond Ring.
Football.
Welcome to Week 17, the final week in the National Football League's regular season. Before we get started, let's take a look back at Week 16 in a little segment I like to call, What Did We Learn? What did we learn in Week 16? Well, it all comes down to this. In the end, who do you trust for one game? Romo, Tebow, Eli, or Palmer? No matter what, if you win, you're in, and you lose, you're going home. That is what we learned in Week 16. It's now time to see who for Week 16. Completing 21 out of 29 passes, throwing for 283 yards and 5 touchdowns, Aaron Rodgers, without a doubt, is your beast mode quarterback. Rushing for 116 yards on 18 carries and scoring 1 touchdown, Rashard Mendenhall is your beast mode running back. Catching 6 passes for 115 yards and scoring 2 TDs, Jordy Nelson of the Green Bay Packers is your beast mode wide receiver. Accumulating 3 sacks and 4 interceptions, forcing a fumble and scoring on 2 of those turnovers, the Buffalo Bills are your team beast mode defense. Aaron Rodgers, Rashard Mendenhall, Jordy Nelson, and the Buffalo Bills defense all for Week 16.
Yeah, and this week, bonehead play or move of the week, whatever one you think it is, it goes to the Jets, quarterback Sanchez, and the coaching staff. I understand Sanchez could do certain things as a QB, but I watched this game as a homer from New York City, and I'm like, yo, the dude cannot throw 59 attempts against anybody and expect to win. The Jets are the highest turnover team in the league, and you let him throw 59 times while your running game was effective. Don't know why you left the running game. You threw 59 times, and that's when you lost. That's this week's bonehead play of the week. Now join the S41 Picks and Predictions show on the PMK Sports Network, already in progress.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the S41 Picks and Predictions show. I'm your host, the one and only Jodecideion, and my man to my left,
Your boys for a while.
brought to you by XJ900s for the baller who can't afford Jordans. We're coming to you today with records of 15-10 and 18-7. That's after the Monday night game of the 49ers versus the Steelers and last week's games, where I went 1-2 and S4Y went 2-1. Here are the 3 best games, the defining games of Week 17. Game number 1, 4:15 p.m. The Kansas City Chiefs heads to Mile High to play the Denver Broncos. Kyle Orton, the quarterback the Broncos cut, comes back to face Tim Tebow, the quarterback that replaced him. If Denver wins, they're in the playoffs. If they lose, then it's a whole bunch of other stuff need to happen for them to get in.
Gotta agree with you, and I think, it's a perfect revenge match, for Mr. Orton over there to go and just bump out, they could bump out Denver out the playoffs if Oakland wins. And is that Denver house? Tebow been struggling. I don't know if the magic is winding down or whatever. But I'm gonna go with home. I'm gonna go with Team Tebow. I would like to see him in the playoffs, see what happens. Just good TV, good football, I guess. I like Kansas City, but I'm gonna go with Denver though. I'm going to Denver.
Yeah, KC been playing real well since Romeo took over as head coach. He has the defense playing real well, and Orton, at least for the first 2 games he's been in, he's played a lot better than their other quarterback. Still, I'm a fan of Tim Tebow. I think Tim Tebow is good for NFL, and he's definitely good TV. Every game he plays there, I watched. And so I'm going for Tim Tebow, the Denver Broncos, to win and get in the playoffs and maybe let that magic run wild. Game number 2. The Baltimore Ravens heads to Cincinnati to play the Bengals at Paul Brown Stadium. The Baltimore Ravens need to win this game to secure the second seed in the AFC playoffs. If they lose, they're a wild card. If they win, they're second seed. The Bengals just need a win to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, and that's pretty good. Like, you know, if have Cincinnati, if they could make the playoffs, you know, with the rookie quarterback and, you know, all the new pieces they got. And Baltimore, you want that second seed over a wild card. You definitely want the week off, your home game, which they usually never do. They're always playing on the road. So I know they're going to come out there and try to, you know, put Cincinnati down. And they play pretty good when they played against each other during the season and all that. Just for fun, for me, I really would like to see Cincinnati make the playoffs. I already know Baltimore's going to go in, so I would like to see Cincinnati get in there.
Right. Man, I'm going for the Ravens to win this game because they need it. I know they're tired because I'm tired of being a fan of them somewhat. Always playing on the road in the playoffs, have to go to someone else's home and beat them. They can beat back at the Ravens Stadium with that dominant defense with Ray and everybody balling out. I love to see that. So Baltimore need to win to get that second seed and make everybody go through Baltimore until the championship game. So I'm picking the Ravens. And our final game of the NFL 2011 regular season. Sunday Night Football, MetLife Stadium. The Dallas Cowboys play the New York Football Giants. The winner wins the division and wins the last playoff spot for the NFC. The Cowboys are playing bad. Romo hurt his hand last week in a meaningless game. And the Giants, who were on a slump for a while, but then had a great game last week against the Jets, and now playing pretty well. Either way, the winner gets the division, get the playoff spot, get put out in the first week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say my pick straight off the back. I'm going with the Giants. I'm gonna pick Homer, but I'm not really proud of it, really, honestly. Both of these teams, I think if they make it, they probably get humiliated in the playoffs. Giants, I don't know what's wrong with them. I mean, I do know what's wrong. They don't got no defense. They got no damn running game, but whatever. And Dallas, you know, I mean, Romo could play good, and they'll wind up still losing. That you don't know how bad his hand is hurting, and you know, if he can't go, if his hand get injured during that game, I don't think they got a good enough backup to finish the game off. So I think it's gonna be low scoring. I don't think it's gonna be as high as the first game. It's gonna be low scoring, but I think the Giants could pull it off.
Yeah, you know, being a Texas boy, I'm going Homer too. I don't believe it though. The Cowboys are who we know they are. You know what I'm saying? They're a team that just inconsistent. You can never tell when they're going to play up to their abilities and when they're going to let something slip away like they usually do. And even though on paper you think their offense is pretty great with all those receivers, Felix Jones is a capable running back, but then the defense doesn't play well. And then sometimes the defense plays well and the offense doesn't play well. So I'm going with the Cowboys. Being from Texas, you know, it's by law I have to do it. I don't believe it, but if they win, all it means is they'll get to the playoffs next week, probably play the Detroit Lions or the Falcons or somebody, get blown out. So it is what it is. Cowboys for the win. Thank you for watching the S41 Picks and Predictions Show. Please join us next week for a brand new playoff edition of this series. Until then, I'm your host, the one and only Jodecideion.
And your boy is for a while.
Thanks for watching. See you next week.
And thank you again for this week's Picks and Prediction Shows brought to you by XJ900s for the bowlers that can't afford the Jordans. You know that. You know you had it in you. And also, leave your comments and your picks at the comment section. See if you can rival us, play also with us towards the end in the playoffs. Get your guess, pick your team, and you know, see if it goes with ours. Thanks.
Once again, thank you for watching The Sport of Kings. We'll see you next time. Take care.